I picked me up this 3-ton rapid pump floor jack today, and I picked this up from Harbor Freight. They had it at Home Depot, basically the same thing, but it was $20 more. It was $140 at Home Depot, $140 at Harbor Freight, but there was a $20 coupon, so it made it $120. So I was already near there. I picked it up there, but I think it's almost exactly the same jack. But let's go ahead and open this thing up and see how well this thing performs. This is the manual here and the piece of paper that was stuck to the top of it. If you want, you can pause and read this. All right, so this is the jack out of the box. It comes with a 2-piece handle. This handle has just a push button for you to put them together so you can pull it back apart again. This slides into here. There's a little safety block here. From what I understand, it's here for safety. And here's a trick on how to pull it out. So I have just a flathead screwdriver, and I'm gonna put it underneath there, and I'm just gonna push up on it, which I've already kind of done, and it loosened it up so you can get this plastic block out. This is there just for storage and travel purposes, I believe. So I pulled that out. It says there was a piece of paper here that I pulled off, but it said to pull this off and to make sure you take off the fill plug and make sure that it's got an adequate amount of hydraulic fluid in it. And then you put the fill plug back on, and then you start using it. And it said to use it a couple times to make sure probably that all the air is out of the system before you put it under a heavy load. But let me go ahead and take this off so you can see what's underneath. All right, so now I've pulled this top plate off, and the little fill valve is just this little rubber plug here. You can pop that plug off, and I actually already did, but you can pop the plug off. When you pop it off, you actually hear some air, like some hissing coming out of it. So it seems like it does have some pressure in there. Maybe that's why they want you to remove it, to relieve some of that. But again, I already did it. Should have done on the video, but it made a pretty good hissing noise, and I'm going to try to pump it up now. So one of the reasons they have that little plastic block there stuck in there is when you put this handle in here and you get that block removed, you'll notice that this handle wants to go up. So it pops up. So I guess that's the rapid pump function. Like I said, I'm going to pump it up and get it pumped up all the way, drop it a few times just to make sure it's clear, and then I'm going to use it to lift my truck. All right, so I've checked it. I put the plate back on. There's also this bolt, as you can see here, the bolt head on the back. So there's a bevel to this handle. I'll pull it up. So see how this handle's got a bevel to it? It's also got a square in there. And that is, so one, the square, so you can twist it and make the jack go up and down. But the bolt there, when you tighten it down, is kind of like a set screw to keep it from the handle coming out when you pull the jack back and forth. So it's good. It lets you go underneath and back and everything. You don't have to worry about the handle flying out. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten that down so I can use it. If you notice, it's pretty dirty and it's brand new, but I used this jack to lift up my International 4700, and I was lifting it up to put the military tires on it, and this thing lifted that with no problem, even though the front of that truck probably weighs about 8,000 pounds. So half of that, 4,000, I mean, probably lifting 2 tons, and it did it pretty easy without much effort. So I definitely think it can handle 3 tons with no problem. Wheels and everything are fine. They're big enough to roll and get over, you know, cracks in the concrete in a driveway, things of that nature. So that's not a problem. And that's it. You know, it's got a couple grease points on it. Make sure you grease it. But all in all, just a good old standard 3-ton jack. All right, if this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you would, also hit that red subscribe button right below the video. That helps me out. And I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care.